I wrote these liner notes because I kept on getting stopped by federal regulations not allowing me to show breasts on the album covers. I haven't read this poem since I wrote it. We have more influence over your children than you do, but we love your children. Most of you love them too, very much. You want what's best for them. Consider them when planning the future. Oh, Mother, Father, your blindness to our most blessed gift, nature, leaves us with the overwhelming task of correcting your utter mess. It also proves that you are no judge of art, nor of beauty. We learn from you how to become ideal adults. Nature and art. What could be more breathtaking? Got no obstruction. Look at this. Yeah. There's the famous stairs. So you watch. Oh yeah, yeah. People, you know, all these people trying to kind of get with each other as they walk up and down the stairs. You know, doing push-ups and pull-ups and stuff in front of each other. It's kind of hilarious, but. I noticed is this a box behind you? Exactly. What's going on there? Is there a story behind that? Yeah, it's a tissue box. You see that? Yeah. You pull a tissue out. This is actually a Brazilian female artist. All she does is she films the inside of boxes, because boxes are always, there's so many neat ways to fold boxes. The first one that noticed it. I lived in Venice for about 18 years. I had a house that was just full of all these bands trying to make it. In the garage, of course, we turned it into the jam room, and my next door neighbor, just as soon as they heard sound, called the cops. With 8 rooms, with at least 2 to 3 to 4 people living in each room, you can imagine. I was the landlord, so, kind of, because I found the place. At that time, I had long dreadlocks and piercings, but that was the beginning of Jane's Addiction, and probably 4 or 5 other bands were all living out of there. We're all different ages, so my heroes were David Bowie and Iggy Pop and Lou Reed. When these cats were growing up, their influences were guys like Van Halen. There's a group with that guy, that lead singer who drives his own airplane. Iron Maiden, like, they were from a very strong metal background, but extremely talented young men. I mean, I loved Led Zeppelin, they loved Led Zeppelin, so that's where we came together. If we were all into Iron Maiden, you would have yet another metal band. But having those different influences is what made our sound. I always say, like an alchemist.
It was a record shop, I forget which one, here in LA.
Yeah.
Found that.
Wow. It's amazing.
How does it make you feel to look at that cassette tape 25 years down the line?
This was a paper mache. It was like a life size. That's a real bed they're on. You know, a bed with spring. And then I painted the rest on a big old plywood plank. And I just started painting the background and lots of found objects to create yet another brand new object.
What's the story behind those liner notes? I love that essay.
Which one are you referring to? On this side?
I have a bigger version here.
Well, they told me, well, if you just come up with another picture. And I said, no, I like this picture. They were bugging me so badly. Annoying, like a fucking mosquito.
Am I giving those a read?
Would you ever have imagined there would be children swinging in polluted playgrounds? Do you have children? Do you see yourself in them yet? Do they do whatever you tell them to, or do they question authority? Do you take the time to explain things to them, or do you blame the rest of the world for their mistakes? It may one day evolve to be your child that stands as opposition, who opposes the faint buzz. There's an invisible force, the same one you heard faintly buzzing all your life. This time it buzzes much louder. I myself have felt its pain. When I looked down at the spot where it hurt, I saw a very small mosquito. A bug so old it was known to Confucius as the intellectual. He sucks off of you and he sucks off of me. When I'm writing and recording these songs, it's ad nauseum. I go and I go and I go because I want it to be so great that there's no laziness. There's not a moment of attention that has escaped. The attitude of the strike of a drum or a cymbal or the stroke of a chord. And if it was done, if I felt like that didn't make me feel impulsive or active, has to be done again. So I go over the songs so much on my own projects. Jane's Addiction was doing its final tour, and it's almost like when you're terminally ill, what do you have to lose? So Lollapalooza, the idea was, we have all day, and we've got all these great underground groups. I would say 99.9% of those kids would have never gone to an Ice-T concert, or an Ice Cube concert, or a Snoop Dogg concert. We know how great the music is, and we know the desire to see these young, rebellious fellows that were changing the musical landscape. We made it possible, and we all got along famously. And the rest is history. I've grown to become proud of myself. I've aligned with all those who have been stung by suppression. As heirs to this planet, we must maintain, honor, and enjoy the gift of freedom. A cause to validate everyone's life? Indeed. The world looks at America because we are the beautiful. You want that spirit. You want that spirit. That spirit is my focus, my heart, my dedication to making sure things are right. As long as I don't blow it, as long as I stay focused, honest, decent, loving, caring, and daring.
Back that automobile, turn off and I smoke, step in that. I'm lonely, I'm lonely TV.